Okay, I looked at my notes and it said go to the break room on level 2, and that is apparently this side door that I completely missed to see my partner here, Navarre.
Are you sure you pressed the right button?
I do not make mistakes of that kind.
Your hand might have slipped.
What kind of mistakes do you make?
No, I wanted orange. It gave me lemon lime.
The machine would not make a mistake.
It's the maintenance man. He knows I like orange.
So you think the staff has some kind of plot?
Yes, they do that on purpose.
Conspiracies
My
everywhere.
new partner, JC Denton. Don't tell me you're going to wear those sunglasses during a night operation.
My vision is augmented.
At least it is a way that we know when it's not Paul.
Forgive my interruption. I just wanted to say that I look forward to working with you, Agent Navarra. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to get to the boat dock.
I do not expect you to perform as well as Agent Herman, but the mission will require us to do more than frighten the NSF with our baggy coats that make us look bigger than we really are.
I am prepared to perform my duties.
He will not be the equivalent of his brother. I have seen that he knows the procedure of a good offensive.
Let us hope you are right.
I won't let you down, Agent.
Another woman unimpressed with my performance.
I am not going to hold your hand. You have your orders.
Fair enough. It's funny she says the machine won't make a mistake, but he's the machine that she thinks will make a mistake.
Forget how Agent Navarra is not friendly. She has every life to give for her partner.
She has every life to give. What does that mean?
You should get moving.
Yeah. Okay, but I want an orange drink. I want orange flavour. Oh, I just spent money. Candy bar. Okay, that's good. Let's get it. Ooh, soda. Yeah. Let's see. Public computer terminal. Terrorism, crime or conscience. So, someone made a comment that I should be reading stuff. It's like part of the experience. So, I'm going to try to read it not in a terrible way, but I'll put up a little timestamp if you want to skip ahead, skip past all the reading bits. So, terrorism, crime or conscience. The question must be asked: is the global rise of terrorism a haphazard response to a decimated economy, or is there a pattern? Does UNATCO face coordinated ideological opposition? Some groups, Silhouette in France for instance, have declared a meme war. Wow, memes, this is ahead of its time. Or war of meanings. The funny thing is, at the time this was written, meme didn't have the meaning that we give it now. It was just like an idea that spreads. It didn't mean like confession bear or unpopular opinion puffin at that point. Yeah, anyway. They spread email and pamphlets that lampoon the UN's proposal for a one-world democracy, a tedious exercise in rudimentary propaganda. With sophistries and doublespeak, they portray freedom and obedience as obedience, democracy as tyranny, and UNATCO as the perpetrator of terrorism. An idea as shocking as it is reprehensible. Other organisations, such as the self-proclaimed National Secessionist Forces (NSF) in the US, claim allegiance to the meme war. God, sorry, this is not aged well, that terminology. But are in fact no better than common criminals. They desire territory and wealth at the expense of society at large. The civil war is merely a smokescreen for criminal activity. Any population can be quickly turned against such revolutionaries simply by educating themselves about the UN's policies and goals. Joseph Mandley, director of UNATCO. Yeah, well, at least that's a completely unbiased opinion. Terrorism, threat profiling. Oh. Symbolic attacks, the Statue of Liberty bombing, the desecration of the Soviet War Memorial in Berlin, the department store shooting sprees on Orchard Road in Singapore are the recourse of the weak. They serve only to call attention to a group or cause that is of no more than marginal interest to the public. What distinguishes the true terrorist activity is its gradual escalation towards genuine acts of war. Fringe groups now have access to technology that allows direct assaults on governments, including the classic trio of nuclear, biological or chemical weaponry, NBC. But aside from direct assaults on a nation and its people, indirect attacks can cause considerable collateral damage. Rogue software can disrupt financial markets, communications and military operations, while encryption programs allow terrorists to coordinate smuggling operations in secret right over the net. Drugs, guns, illegal immigrants, and even heavy equipment such as armoured vehicles and cruise missiles are routinely traded across borders, aided and abetted by such software. UNATCO, the first organisation with the technology, manpower and authority to cope with such threats, is an idea that is long overdue. Yeah. It's funny. It's very topical because cyber warfare is becoming more and more of a problem, as we all know. NSF, the National Secessionist Forces, remain a very real and increasingly widespread terrorist threat. 10 years ago, in response to the Sporting Weapons Act of 2042, splinter groups from nearly every state militia refused to surrender their rifles, grenades, landmines, and other collectibles prohibited by the Act. Unified under the charismatic leadership of Leon Woods, these isolated fanatics eventually formed the NSF, with Woods assuming the rank of general. Their intended goal, the liberation of Washington, Montana, Oregon, and Northern California. While Woods died during his infamous last stand in 2045, his war machine continues what can only be termed an occupation of the United States, aided by an encrypted network designed by dissident computer scientists from San Francisco and Seattle. Currently, the UNATCO Cryptography Division has had minimal success in cracking their communications, requiring more direct intelligence gathering techniques to be utilised. The UN has declared war on the NHS, on the NSF. Silhouette. Famous for inserting 20th century style commercials into the net broadcast of the World Cup in 2050, Silhouette favours feats of spectacle over violence. Printed circuits, part of this nutritious breakfast, the announcer told children in one of the World Cup commercials. You ain't mech till you eat mech. A mech boy chews a memory chip. Boys who eat organics get stomped by their post-human classmates. Mech boys in UNATCO helmets and metal boots take turns kicking another boy. Despite their numerous pranks, these intellectuals, artists, and labour organisers pose a serious threat. Oh, really? They are well armed. Oh, well, if they're well armed, and have been linked to murders of numerous European politicians and journalists. They will not hesitate to use lethal force. Well, fair enough. The Triads. UNATCO's surveillance of Hong Kong is currently a high priority given the renewed threat of Chinese organised crime in the form of the Triads. Despite being a model of prosperity and technological leadership for decades, Hong Kong persists as a haven for organised crime. The Triads, namely the Luminous Path and the Red Arrow, vie for control of the 10 trillion credit shipping business, much of which supplies Greater Asia with pirated technology, illegal drugs and weapons. Most disturbing of all, the Triads preach an ethic of techno-piracy that has found enthusiastic support among small shopkeepers and businessmen who often aid the gangsters and buy their bootlegged software. Gullible and greedy, this army of middlemen remain insensitive to how their violations of intellectual property and copyright laws damage the global information economy. Wow. This game knows about the future somehow. It's weird. Like, it's getting some, you know, this whole thing about piracy and copyright, and it's very relevant to anyone on YouTube. Other threats. UNATCO operatives have identified over 1,250 terrorist organisations active in the world today, some too small to currently present a serious threat, but all eager to see one or more governments topple. Groups such as Templars and the X-51 will be dealt with in subsequent volumes of Know Your Enemy. Okay, so that's all very interesting. Of course, that is just one organisation's point of view. Obviously, terrorism's bad. Bold statement there. Ooh. News that's going on and on forever. Yeah, but who defines what a terrorist is? You know.
Didn't know the NSF had so many people in New York.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if they're killing people and, you know, indiscriminately killing civilians, that's bad. But then governments do that too. So, yeah. Right, I've got to go to the docks and yeah. What's my objective? Okay. Go to the South Dock and take the police boat to Manhattan. Okay, so I've got to come out somehow. I think this is the way out. Button. Clicking.
Wish I was going with you.
You alright? Yeah, I'm sure you do. You want to get killed? Let's have a drink. Healed 0 points. Oh, this water's no good. I guess it's because I have all my hit points back. Oh, another thing. I should probably look at my skills because I have enough to get a new skill. If anyone has any advice about which skills I should be leveling up, then let me know. So let's see. Can't do that one. I could do medicine. I already have it trained. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to be a jack of all trades, but I think electronics is probably going to be useful. Bypass security system, because that did take a while. Okay, let's do that. Alright. So yeah, this game is clearly going to tackle some very complicated questions.
Good luck out there. Man, 2 Dentons in the field. The NSF won't know what hit them.
Yeah. And these are questions that have already come up in the comments, and there's been a bit of back and forth. And I'm at risk of alienating people by saying what I think, but I'm going to say what I think. Hey, are you alright? Are you okay? Oh, I'm just gonna loot this body. It doesn't matter. Just took his cigs and his candy bar. That robot is so cool. Look at it. Ugh. I could step on you. Oh, I found a pistol. Handy. Because I think I gave mine away. I still didn't get one, did I? Oh wait, did he? That Okay. 10mm ammo. Should I have bought something from that quartermaster? I can't remember if I was supposed to do that. Never mind. Let's just get on with our mission. So we've got to.
Ready.
Thank you. We've got to shut down a power plant so that Denton 2 or Denton 1 can.
Let's head out.
Can do the old. Yeah. We've got to shut down the power so they can go into the warehouse and retrieve the ambrosia. Vaccine for a plague that guy says is oh, hello.
Alright, let's go. The terrorists are in a fighting retreat. A few have barricaded themselves inside Castle Clinton.
Castle Clinton.
Lead the way.
Our orders are to locate a barrel of ambrosia they are hiding inside. I will give you a schematic of the barrel, but first we will exterminate the NSF terrorists.
Exterminate?
A precious opportunity we cannot neglect.
What about the rest of the shipment?
That is your brother's assignment. You will take the subway to meet him in Hill's Kitchen. But first, we should deal with Castle Clinton.
Are we going in the front, or is there another way?
A secondary entrance would be useful, but I am aware of no such thing.
Okay. Oh, it's a child. What are you doing here?
I'm starving. Do you have anything to eat?
Yeah, I do have a candy bar, actually.
All I have is a candy bar.
Don't matter. I just need something in my stomach so I can fall asleep.
Wow.
Here you go. Do you have a place to stay?
I sleep out on the dock where they unload the speedboats.
Speedboats? Is that how the NSF get their supplies?
I don't know. They're always coming in and out of the tunnel behind the soda machine.
Ah.
Interesting.
I spy on them from the crates. The code is 9183.
Clever boy.
Thanks for the snack, mister.
It's the least I could do.
Thanks for the information. God. Homeless children. This is fucking outrageous. Ugh. The future isn't what it used to be. Where'd you go, Navarre? I've lost you. Is that a bad guy? No. Okay, Navarre, I've found an entrance thanks to my charity. See, the reason to be charitable in computer games is... Ooh, that's cool. What does it say? It's very hard to read. United States of America something. What the hell? Navarre, where'd you go? I don't know if this is like an actual escort mission where I have to stick with her, but she's just run off on her own, so screw it. What's that? Oh, it's the typical burning barrel with a homeless person next to it.
Got 5 credits for someone who's got the Grey Death.
Grey Death? Sure.
Here you go.
God bless you.
Oof. Is that the ambrosia plague? I guess. Must be. Probably more than one disease going on. Oh shit. Okay. Well, it looks like you got everything well in hand. Stabbing him with every thrust of his arm as he rolls, as he runs after him. Yeah, you've got this well in hand. Go ahead. Let's take a look at. Let's see. We have an image. Okay, that's the ambrosia flyer. That's what it looks like. Non-organic compound containing eutactic components. Yes, administer only in verified cases of the Grey Death. Okay. Look at the stolen barrier of the road. Okay. So there's a soda machine somewhere. The kid told me that code, which I'm sure will be in my notes.
They've got hostages in the subway station.
Are you not armed any better than that? That's ridiculous. Okay. This is just like a horrible shanty town, just corrugated cardboard and corrugated iron and oh, okay, there's a terrorist there. And mattresses. It's pretty damn grim. Very dystopian. Okay. Are they still chasing him?